Well, hello, this is Rochelle, and welcome to my channel. For today, I'm going to be working in Ephesians. I did make a slight mistake with the place where I needed to journal. I was going to journal the I'm His masterpiece, and then decided on rather doing the typewriter, which is the I am His, and I'm just going with the flow. Of course, hindsight is 2020, and I only realized this afterwards. Not the end of the world. I can still make it work. And I'm using one of these gorgeous Room 5 graphics stencils. I just love these stencils. If you know me, you know that I love these stencils. And I'm going to just create a little background. So I'm going to use that page idea that is on the printable and kind of put the flowers as an arrangement around the typewriter. But first I'm going to trace my words because I want my background to kind of not touch the words, and I really love this font that is kind of universal throughout June. And so I'm tracing that with I think this is an F, which is a fine liner, fine tip, fine liner. And I'm using a Faber-Castell Pitt pen. I love these pens in my Bible because they don't bleed. So you'll see that I'm going to go over this in the brush pen Pitt pen as well. And even with me coloring these letters, it still doesn't bleed. So I really do use only these pens for my journaling because they are so trusty in not bleeding through. So that works for me. So I'm coloring the letters, and once I've colored these letters all the way, I'm gonna scribble some gelatos onto my non-stick, and this is a textured palette by Caran. I also love this for scribbling my gelatos on because it kind of doesn't mess any of the pigment. There you go. And I used peppercorn. In hindsight, I would have probably rather used something a bit more gray than brown, but not the end of the world. I still really like the color payoff on this, and I'm kind of just doing these little dotty spotty thingies around the title, and then I'm gonna put in my kind of splatters fix everything part. And so I just add some splatters by taking a wet fan brush onto the what's left over of the pigment and then splattering it onto my page. I do want to ask for your forgiveness and your patience with my mumbling. I am battling to get my words out, change in medication and all of that, so just be patient and pray for me a lot. And so, like I said, I was going to read, or I was supposed to do this in Isaiah, and I will still reference the Isaiah verse onto this little typewriter in that little spacebar spot, but I realized it too late and instead journaled in Ephesians 2, where it speaks of us being God's masterpieces. And we are His. That's the bottom line. Even if we say that we are His masterpieces, it's still we are His. He made us, He created us, He has the final say over who we are, what we are. And today I want to encourage you that you should not be listening to any other voice. So regardless, and it's not to say we don't respect doctors or we don't respect reports and tests and all of that stuff. We do. We understand and we know that God has made doctors even, but in the end we believe the report of the Lord, and it is God who says who we are and whose we are. And so that is what is the most important thing that you need to remember today, aside from the art, is that you are God's special creation. You belong to Him. He has the final say, and no matter what happens, He turns it all to work out for the good of those who love Him and who are called according to His purpose, which is, guess what, my friend? You are. And so thank you for joining me. See you soon. Bye bye.